Hello and welcome back to Riverview. And start of early morning, taking our grass in, and yeah, hopefully everybody's having fun with whatever they're playing. We really, it rained for quite a while in the end. Obviously, pointless carrying on doing anything. Um, at that point, so I slept and yeah, and here we are. Next day, dry for now. I do believe there's more rain expected today. Yes, there is. No, there isn't. It's day 5 that more rain is due. Okay, so we got a dry day today. So we need to make sure we get as much in as we can. Or as much done as we can. Going to definitely be a busy day. No, I didn't check, even though we haven't really got the money for it, for anything. Sales. I definitely have that for tedding and raking, but like I said, I haven't got the money. It's a decent little run around tractor, just and it might take its time to get there, but it gets there in the end. I wouldn't mind owning that field. It'll be a ways before we buy a new field, that's for sure. Right, we obviously hadn't done the first headland. So where had we got to? It looks like it was there. Any reason why we're going so slow? That was interesting. So my tractor was breaking down for a second there. That'd have been a nightmare. Yeah, if all of this grass can go in that mixing station, and I can't see why it wouldn't, then the next cut on this field would be silage, and every cut after that would be silage for at least a while. You see, we've got to be able to produce straw. Full again. So let's just hop over this row. Yeah, you can definitely tell darker nights are on their way. When I first started, 6 o'clock, and it was bright and sunny. Now it's dull and gloomy. Definitely darker nights are on their way, and longer, darker nights. It's that dark still that the street lamps are still on. I don't know whatever made me put street lights all the way up this lane. I think it was just because I'd done it on Maple. I was like, well, you know what, I'll do it on Riverview as well. I don't know. Definitely going to looking for you. Seeing we got 240,000 litres of straw and didn't even make a dent really. I know it's showing us canola in here, it's not, it's because of how close it is to the silo. It's like if that silo is close to an animal pen, it'll tell you that you've got stuff in there that if it wasn't a multi-fruit silo, just a normal silo, it'd act like it actually got some stuff in there. You can't take it out of there. It just reads it. It's weird how that's the coding for that is all written. Yeah. I don't know if that mixing station can take bales. So I might have to do loose straw. Or loose straw, loose silage. Put it in the clamp. Have to try it out. I'm pretty sure it can. Again, back to work. I wonder how much grass will go off here. I reckon it'll be more than 240,000 litres. Then our animal pastures might actually be ready as well before the winter comes in and kills the grass. So if that happens, then we can harvest them and make some silage bales then. We've got over 100,000 in, yeah, after we drop this in. We have over 100,000 litres, so we're almost halfway there to what we did get off on straw, up 3 fields. Actually, we was already over 100,000. Okay. So I don't know if you've been watching my Space Engineers episodes that I've been doing, but they've been live. Been working on a ship, dismantled a ship, and then started working on a new design, smaller design. The problem was I'd ran out of resources, so I was like, I can't be asked to go mining. So rather than drag it out, I was like, yep, I will end it there, because it was pointless carrying on. I mean, Space Engineers isn't one of my popular things to watch anyway. People would rather watch Farm Sim. And that's understandable. And to be honest, other than F1, which this channel was built around initially, Farm Sim was always the next game that was done, with occasional random games here and there. And Space Engineers is an old game now, but I enjoy playing it, and I don't stream or do videos for the views, so it doesn't bother me. The only reason I stream Space Engineers, even though I know that, you know, if I cared about views, that the view count would be really low, is because it gives me someone to talk to when somebody does come in. Sure, you damage your suspension racing over the lines like that. Tell you what would be challenging on the new map on Glenleatham is if you're running a mud mod with the weather system as it is on that map. The mud mod would definitely challenge you. And I know I was meant to jump on play F1 with Fuzz, but I got so busy, and in the end, and I was just like, damn, 5 o'clock came and went, and I'm like, it's too late now. Do miss Lee Grayson though. I don't know if I would be able to keep up with the young ones today. Young ones as in, it's probably kids that are doing league racing now. I don't know if I'd have the speed to be able to keep up with them. And then there's the fact that people can cheat, and kind of puts me off. If you have to cheat to win, then what's the point in playing? The whole challenge is trying to win, better yourself to win. You know? I'd rather race somebody who's faster than me than be out in the lead and dominating, because it makes me push harder, try harder, try new lines, do different things, find ways to maintain or close that gap down. If I can maintain the gap, then I know I'm doing something right, and I can then start looking for ways to close that gap down. Of course, there is the flip side of that. maybe that person isn't pushing anymore and they don't have a reason to. But the moment you start closing the gap down enough, they pick up their pace. I don't know how the league that I used to race for, how they deal with people being able to use hacks. I don't. They work around that. That if suspected that you're using them, then you have to, like, very quick. That you have to showcase yourself doing that kind of lap time while showing that you've got nothing running in the background. I don't know how they would either place it anymore. I don't even know if they can place it, to be honest. No, unless there's a mod that they can use that prohibits the use of hacks and things like that, and they have to have that active in order to be able to join the session. I don't know. But then you shouldn't have to do that. Back when I done league racing, you didn't have to worry about things like that. There could have been people using hacks, and but you didn't really notice it, or I didn't notice it while I was league racing. The guys who were fast were consistently fast, but then their lap times wasn't massively faster than mine in the end. Or by the end of the race, I managed to get that faster lap that I needed to be within sometimes a few tenths of the fastest lap. Sometimes faster than the fastest lap. And it just showed that I hadn't put enough practice in on them particular sessions before the race came about. But also I watched other people, and I used to follow people around for a few laps and gauge where the better place would be to try and make a move on them. I wouldn't just dive straight down the inside as soon as I got the opportunity. It would be patience and wait. If they make a mistake, then I'd obviously go for it. If they didn't, I'd wait. Not for them to make a mistake, but in the hope they would. And if they didn't, then it would be, well, where have I been? Where do I think I can pass this person? And where am I fastest? Where can I know I can brake later than that person? And then I would go from there. The only time I did start taking optimistic moves was when we was doing, it wasn't league racing, it was open lobby 5 laps per race. So you had to make them moves. Otherwise, you get stuck behind somebody for 5 laps and you're done. You ain't moving up. And those were fun days as well. Oh damn, I'm running without the speed. I always forget to turn that game speed up. I'm looking at the zone going, hang on, surely it should be a bit later than that, so we'll go 30 times just to let catch up. We've gone 26 minutes in the stream. So by my estimate, we should be what, 10 o'clock-ish. Maybe even later. And if we run 30 times for at least 12 minutes, we should be roughly on par. Well, we'd actually be ahead, but yeah. It'll be fine. Yeah, a lot of time when I was doing league races. Some not so good times, but for the most part, it was a lot of fun. Then I got into modding Rome Total War, the first Rome game. Started working on a mod for that. A few guys joined and helped along, and that was fun. What made me want to do a mod for Rome Total War? Because I had a mod that I really enjoyed playing, but there somewhere. So we may as well take this first line, then come back up on the second line. And after that, I started working on a mod for Age of Pirates 2. And I'd also been working on Farm Sim as well, doing all of this, working on maps, or this map in particular. So I was quite busy, shifting between different things. I was always in the XML files in Rome Total War, and we won't be able to do that, so we'll have to go up this one. We hadn't got the turning circle to go back up on that other one. The Age of Pirates was quite a long-term project. I mean, Rome, I think I'd been working on that mod for almost a year, if not just over a year. And then Age of Pirates was a 2-year project, and then I disappeared for a few years, and then I went back, did a patch, and then disappeared again for quite a long time, like a good 6-7 years, and then I went back and did a complete overhaul of the mod, stripping away what didn't work correctly, or that we never finished, and keeping what did work, and releasing that particular mod. And I don't believe any of the guys that were originally there we all worked together. I don't think any of the original guys was there. I think they'd all gone by the time I went back. There was some familiar faces that had been working on other mods, like for Pirates of the Caribbean and that, but the Age of Pirates, there wasn't anybody anybody that worked with us that I saw there. There's a few of the guys that I remembered from years gone by. Done little things, made ship models and things like that. But and one of them helped fix some of the rigging on some of the ships, get the updated versions of the ships so that they could be put into the mod as fixed vessels, and then tested and make sure that the game was stable, or as stable as it could be. Finish that line off, and then okay, well, Coming up to 10 minutes already since I increased the game speed. Four rows left after this one. Actually, we got a few more than that, haven't we? Because we got some smaller rows up there. We got 4 complete rows to do. Almost full length of the field. Still be at least another 2 trailer loads after this one to come out of this field. Pretty sure this field didn't need harvesting, ploughing. Actually, I think it'll be more like nearly 3 trailer loads coming out of this field. Turn that down now to 10 times. So midday. Okay. Let's see how long it takes to get this grass all in. If I don't need to do loose silage, I might get rid of that clamp. And burr shed there so I can store bales in. Or vehicles in, and or a production point maybe. If I add any like green out, no, I've already got an area that I'm going to do productions on, so it wouldn't be for that. So it'd be a storage shed of some kind. It's the only trailer loads we pull out of here. I estimated at least another 2.5 to 3. Really, it won't actually be that many now, thinking about it. One thing I don't have on this wagon is a silage additive. It'll be basically 2. A bit too close to that wall. Knackered. Really am tired today. I think this heat is taking a lot out on everybody in the house. And everybody went and had an early night. Daughter was sitting there with her mum watching TV and at 8 o'clock and she's like, "Can we go to bed?" And her mum went, "Of course you can go to bed whenever you want." And she went off to bed at like 8:30. And then my partner's 9 o'clock, give or take. She went, "You know what, I'm going to bed. I'm falling asleep here myself." So she went off to bed. Then one of my sons came down and went, "Dad, I'm going to bed. I'm tired." And then the other one came down and he went, "I'm going to bed." Wow, everybody's going to bed. Normally you're telling the kids at 10 o'clock, "Come on, lights out, bed." Well, up to the top of the field we go. And sadly, still no news from Giants. You know what? It will be over 2 trailers, won't it? They've gone up to a 14-day testing period. Yeah. And I don't believe any mods dropped today. Which means that maybe they're getting stricter on mods coming out, or those mods coming out tomorrow. They're just all sitting there pending release. But yeah, the Giants are really slow at the moment. And there's a bunch of mods gone in for testing today. How many of them for console pass, and then how many of the others are just in phase 1? How many of them move on to the second phase of testing will be interesting. I don't even know if Silver's map has gone any further in testing. On the testing page, it still says that it's in PC testing. So that's been in forever now. Really bumpy here. Imagine if you had a seat that could replicate every movement you would feel inside the vehicle. That'd be crazy. And expensive to get that kind of seat, to own that kind of seat, let alone develop it. You'd have to figure out how it's going to get that information out of the game into the seats. And then how the seat reacts to what's going on in game. And then you gotta make it reliable whilst doing all of that. I honestly didn't think we'd end up with more than a further 2 trailers when I was looking at it, but it does seem like we're going to end up with not more than I thought. There's not much left now. Only that little strip there. And that shouldn't fill us up. We may as well grab that bit while we're on our way up there. Nearly 3 trailer loads off that bit that we had left. It's crazy. There we go. Field is all ready for prepping for next year. And we'll leave it until next year before we prep it. Unless it needs ploughing, then we'll plough it and seed it, roll it, and leave it. And then we'll finish off its prep work next year then. We'll find out in a minute. Drop this off and see how much grass we ended up in there. I haven't been counting how many trailer loads we took up there. Fuck this. Undercover. Okay. Just behind these vehicles. Out of the way. Right, let's see, how much did we get in there? 408,000 litres off that one field. Wow. And does that field need ploughing? Up here? No, it does not. That's a bonus. Oh no, we're on the wrong screen. That's green. So they do. Obviously, it's them ones that need ploughing. We should go and have a look, see how they're doing. See if they're ready for harvesting or mowing. And I would say they are. That one definitely is. This one's ready, then that means the other one's ready. Ooh. Like that. Object storage shed. Yeah, that field you can see is all tall and yeah, all ready to go. Might leave them 2 fields until right towards the end. If we look at the calendar, we've got until the end of November to harvest them or to mow them. So we will be mowing them sometime in November, depending on how long it takes us to get the fields ready. because I want to get the oats in on the big field. And we've got to wait for the sorghum. We will see. Anyway, I'm going to turn that off. I did. Okay. I'm going to end it there. We got the grass done. That's the main thing. That's all now in the mixing station. So we only need silage and mineral feed, and then we could start making CMR. That won't be for a while. We will definitely have silage bales for next year. And then the first cut will all be grass that will go straight into the mixing station, and then silage bales after. So yeah, until next time, I'll thank you all for watching. Catch you later.